What's going on, guys? Still here. And today I just want to talk about the State of War Thunder, the crafting event. Just kind of my personal opinions on it, because I have been trying to play War Thunder, and it is so unbelievably frustrating. It's just... First of all, I'll address the major thing in the room here with the update. As you can tell by the video footage in front of you, Gaijin is trying to do dynamic weather effects or something, or add wind to the trees, and it just looks shit, to be honest. Every single map has a completely different rendering range to which the trees start moving around. It doesn't really make any sense whatsoever, and it just feels like 7 out of 10 matches every time you play ground are just in like hurricane winds or something. It doesn't make any sense. It just, I don't know why. Like, we begged Gaijin to not have night battles for 2 years, maybe, or more. This is what it felt like, 2 or 3 years. But we've begged them to not have night battles for a very long time, and instead they just immediately replace it with fucking with the weather, you know, the visibility by adding more mist with the wind and everything. It's just like, no one wants it. Like, look, if you want to test dynamic weather effects and stuff, Gaijin, do it on the fucking dev server. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. You have a dev server open, and people are like, oh, I don't really like this, and you collect your feedback, supposedly, and then you implement it in the live update. No one, look, people were more hyped about the AIM-9M and all that shit, and the MiG-29, blah, blah, blah. But for anyone who did play ground during the dev server, I could tell you the wind effects were stupid, and everyone was like, just get rid of them. They're just kind of jarring when you're looking down the sight. Maybe in sim battles where optics, you know, are a little bit above like bush height and stuff like that. Like a total immersion thing, it's fine. But for just normal gameplay in RB and arcade, it's just annoying. It has no place in the game at this moment in time. I wouldn't mind a total simulator immersive mode with dynamic weather at some point, but I don't like that Gaijin keeps testing things in the live server. Sure, they're on the dev server, but just leave them to the dev server. Don't implement them into the live server. I don't know why you can't do that. Like, what is so hard about that? Because it's just like you're mirroring the client from the dev to live. Just keep it out of the live server. Seriously, explore your dynamic weather and your wind and all that bullshit on the dev server, away from normal gameplay where matches, you know, they don't matter for people. Like, it's not. You know, your bullshit isn't going to cost them. Like, the other day we were playing, I think it was either we were playing 6063 Russia, like, on screen, or we were playing something else, and it was basically just a night battle. We couldn't see beyond, it was actually this part of this battle as well in Kursk. You couldn't fucking see beyond 1,000 meters, if that. So, you know, and it's, what's even worse is in some battle ratings where some vehicles start to have thermal, or like the Vidar. Actually, I'll go into this. My first match in the Vidar on the live server was on Alaska with literally, first of all, it's Alaska, so it's already kind of a dark map. And then the dynamic weather kicks in. So it's basically zero visibility beyond 100 meters. And I'm in a 6-7 game, so I got down tiered with the Vidar. And my team just obliterated the enemy team. They were all in like M48 patents, which are 7073, whatever. Like, if you know, those, some of their 7073 players were in, but the majority of them were in T29s, T34s, Pershings, the whole 9 yards of 6-7 tanks. We just completely obliterated them. And like, the match went on for like 10, 15, 20 minutes because people didn't want to move. So we couldn't find them because, of course, we're playing the Vidar. Like, the Vidar is funny, but it's also not really a brawler, and you don't really want to go pushing corners with it. So the match went on for a long time, but we still just completely slaughtered every person we came across because we had Gen 2 thermal, and we're in a 6-7 game with a match/map that had zero visibility for anybody without thermal optics. Like, it just isn't fun. Don't stop doing this on the live server, Gaijin. Speaking of which, this will segue into the event. So the whole crafting event, the low sat is complete garbage. The Kai 48, I haven't even gotten the test drive of it yet, but I mean, it's okay. It's a funny little low tier thing with basically a shitty bullpup. It's whatever. The boat is completely irrelevant because we already have, you know, Scharnhorst, we have Alaska, we have all the better things that will clap that out of the water. The F100F for the The Chinese tech tree is completely pointless. Their whole justification to not give it aim 9Ps doesn't even make any sense because, well, we can't give it flares. Okay, but it still isn't a battle rating bracket where it faces our 60Ms and aim 9Ls. So go fuck yourself. Second of all, the LOSAT has a missile that is just so blatantly just reaching the capabilities of the game. Like, they're testing a vehicle, a mechanic, which is a hypersonic kinetic missile, and the game just can't handle it. The ping, if you have shitty ping, the missile's gonna wobble all over the fucking place. I usually, on average, on the US server, get in the 40s in ping. The EU server, like 110 at most, maybe. And on the EU server, it's completely unusable for me. It's so random. The LOSAT also has just the problem of not having vertical guidance for the turret. It has a gazillion problems, but it's just like, people are grinding their hearts out for this piece of shit, in a crafting event, which, by the way, this is a stupid crafting event. It's kind of misleading. You have to do a lot of instructional reading, which is just stupid. When an event happens, it's just like in World of Warships, there would be an event. It's like, all you gotta do is basically play this ship in this game mode and you get a reward. Bingo bango. But in War Thunder, we have to have this fucking essay to read on how to do Clicker Simulator 2023. The only crafting event I've actually enjoyed participating in was the Exo Soldier one, the one where you had to build the exoskeletons and ship them out, because the goal was clear. You just built 5 exoskeletons, you put them in a container, and you shipped them off, and you got the whatever the hell it was, so you could choose your crafting reward. Like, that was straightforward. Like, every event should basically be like that. You click a bunch of times and you're done. The facade of it being more than a clicker simulator with the missile test and you gotta guess what it is so you can get a couple of extra crates of resources is just stupid, because some people were confused and didn't understand that it didn't really reset you. Basically, you were guaranteed to have 2 fails out of 3 for the first 3 missiles you build, which just makes people not feel like they're getting anywhere. Like, that's just built-in sabotage, Gaijin. It's not fun at all. like seriously, what the fuck? It's stupid. I don't know. I've been wanting to make a video for a while now by just playing something, and honestly, outside of a couple of matches of 6-0, 6-3, whatever, it's technically 6-7 because the 2-4-8, 6-7, that's right. A couple of matches of 6-7 Russia, and I was already bored. I don't even want to play the game because this weather thing makes playing World War II vehicles annoying as shit. Cold War, obviously, modern stuff like top tier, it doesn't matter, but top tier has its own just annoyances. And it's just like, really, like, stop messing with shit, Gaijin, on the live server. Stop doing it. I've been talking for 7 minutes or 8 minutes now, and I just keep saying stop doing shit like this. It's very clear. The community will agree. Stop fucking around with shit like the weather on the live server, where people, their progress matters to them. Maybe not to you, but it matters to them, and they're your customers. So, eat shit. Stop fucking around with the game on the live server. Save it for the dev server. Use the dev server more often. Take one good thing out of Wargaming's book, which is utilizing a test server for the way it's intended, to test things. And if people don't like it, don't implement it. Wargaming ain't an angel, but they have done some things a little bit better than you, Gaijin. Anyways. Rant over. I'm done. Have fun with this video. Leave a like if you can, or subscribe if I make more content. Because I don't know, at this point, it's getting pretty boring. To some of you, it might not seem like a lot because you're pretty new to the game and it's just an unfortunate thing. But I can tell you, I will speak for a lot of people here, when you've been seeing how the game has been developed over the course of like nearly a decade now, it's like, okay, the little things start to get to you, because it's getting that way for me at least. But yeah, anyways, Gaijin, eat shit. Thanks.